Hey, my friends. Welcome to Coffee, Crafting, and Cats with the Ginger Cat Lady. I'm Pam, the Ginger Cat Lady. Harley, the Ginger Cat, he is sleeping in a basket right up there. So stinking adorable. Anyway, today we are here to make a folio from using a junk mail envelope and a kit from Pam over at Silver and Sparkles. I am part of her design team. This kit is called Grandma Sally's Kitchen, and it is a vintage recipe and journal kit. So you can use it to make a recipe book, or you can use it to make just a junk journal that is like kitchen and recipe themed. So I'm going to flip through some of the papers. I didn't print all of them out. I only printed some of them. There are 35 pages to this kit. There is lots of ephemera in it, and a couple full-size pages. There's also a cover that you could use that would make a folded in half folio size journal. So, but I will flip through and show you the ones that I chose. I love this one, and I love the colors in it. I printed 2 of this for what I'm going to need, and 2 of this one for what I'm going to need. And there is another one that I forgot to grab off the printer. And then there's this one that I just printed one for what I need. So that's the extent of the background papers. Then there are, I want to say 4 or 5 pages of these little recipe folders, okay? They actually print 4 to a page, so there would be 4 on a page, so they're a lot smaller than this. But for what I wanted to do, what I did is cropped it and blew it up a little bit, so for my purposes. So it's not going to be this big, but all of them are very cute like this. And then these cards also come 4 to a page. I'll show you in a minute what the actual size is closer to. But again, I blew these up, cropped them and blew them up a little bit bigger for my purposes. So there's this one. It comes with those 4. And this one that comes with those 4. And then there are 2 others that have this shape. There's 2 other pages that have this shape to them. And then these are the background, but that's 2 of the same. These are the background that fit these journal cards. So I printed 2 each of those. And again, those were cropped and enlarged. They actually come, so this is what those actually look like if you were to print them the way they are on the page. And then also the recipe cards themselves are going to come on the page like this and will be this size, okay? Then there is this set here. And this set, which, like I said, has 2 pages of the recipe cards that are the same shape. And then it comes with these 2 little cuties. Everything else that you're going to see is the exact size that they come. A bunch of little journaling cards. I can't get this to move. There we go. And the backs for them. And then we're going to get into the ephemera. And like I said, there's a lot of ephemera. I did not print all of it. There is still more. I love this page. I think it is so cute. But I love labels too, so. Lots of little fussy cutty stuff. I love all these little cakes. And these actually have the borders around them. So you can cut just around the borders. I love this one. I think it's so adorable. there's some labely things, and there was another set of labely things like this that had words on it, like soup and vegetables and meats and things like that. So if you were making an actual recipe book out of it, you could use those for like the tabs on the pages or something like that. So those are the pages that I printed for my purposes. So I'm going to get this all cleaned up and get the pages that I need to start the cover of the journal, and I will be right back. The envelope that I'm using is just a regular junk mail envelope. This came from Sapphire Preferred. This one measures 9 1/4 by 6. Okay. You can make this with any size envelope that you want. I wanted something a little bit wider because of what I wanted to do with that folder, but you can make it with smaller sized envelopes and have a smaller folio. You can make it with the legal sized envelopes that are tall and narrow. When I opened this, I snipped the end off of it to take it out. But then I wanted to, when I got ready to use this, I wanted to open this flap up. So I just took my heat tool and heated it up, and it came off nice and easy. So what I want to do over here is I want to snip down that edge again. And if you wanted to, you could cut it that way, but I just find it easier just to snip a hair off. That fold, and it opens right up. Since I think this is going to come out a little bit chunky, I want to make sure I have enough room in here. So I am going to take my score tool and I'm just going to give it another little score. So I'm going to line this up with my edge. And I'm going to do 2 marks. There is one little mark right there, so I'm going to come over to the next little indent spot and make sure everybody's up against the edge. So that is, I believe, 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to come up here on the top part and do the same thing. So I did 1/4 inch from the bottom fold. And now I'm going to do 1/4 inch from the top fold as well. Oops. And it helps if you stay in the channel though. Yeah, that would be 1/4 inch. Okay. I think that'll work because I think some of what I'm going to do in here is going to get a little bit chunky. All right. So let's go ahead and give that a fold. So we've got a little gusset there. And we're going to give it a fold up here as well. Alright, and then we've got our little gusset up here too. Because that is extra bulk in that fold area, I'm just going to snip that. And it doesn't matter that it goes in right there. We are going to be covering all of this. The envelope is just our base. And I wanted to leave these on because I wanted that little part for the cover. We're going to use this for our cover. I'll show you what we're going to do in that one, with that one in a minute. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put glue on here, and I'm going to stick it on there. I like to use my my glue brand glue. This is a pretty strong glue. I haven't been doing this for long enough that I know whether or not this is going to last for a very long period of time. So we're going to glue it down with this, but we're also going to use my Fairly Arts glue around the edges just to make sure that it does stay. So I'm going to put this on here. I'm not going to be very particular about lining up anything except for this edge, okay? Because then I can trim the rest of it. So I'm just going to get this on that edge there. And I'm just lining it up with that original hole. We're just going to trim. And then we have this fold here. So we're going to score that again. And then we're going to go over that, make sure it's creased really well. And we're not going to be using the window on this, so we're not going to worry about that part. We're just going to go ahead and cover it right up. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this on this part of the envelope. Not the flap, but on this part of the envelope. And I just realized that I forgot to put the Fairly Arts glue on there, so there's that. I don't want that on the crease that we made, so I'm going to pull that part up. And we're going to cut along that part. Okay, go ahead and trim this out. And I want that gusset on the top to be the other paper I'm going to use, not this background paper, so I pulled that up. And I took the time when I was doing it to make sure that I lined up so that we had a continuous line instead of offset. And for this part, I wanted to use this cute paper here. Now this flap isn't as long as I would like it to be, so I'm just going to extend it out a little bit further. So we're going to go to the top of that cup right there. We're just going to line that right up with the other one. I'm not sure yet what I want to do with this flap, so what we're going to do we're just going to give it a straight trim. And then we need to do our crease right here again. We're going to make sure that's nice and sharp there. I think I need to trim these little points right here just a tad because of where I creased it. So we are going to take just a hair off of those. Okay, oops, that one did not come off. Yeah, that's gonna work perfect. For the inside, I want to use this paper. The inside of the flap is going to be covered with this as well. So we're going to go ahead and do this just the same exact way as before. I'm just going to glue it down and trim, glue it down and trim. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I will be back with you when that is finished. We have the whole thing covered. So now I'm just going to do my score marks again. And to do that, I'm going to flip it over. That one's nice and crisp and tight, so we've got that one there. And let's do the same thing over here. So now we have our little gussets, and it makes just a nice little pocket thingy right there. Alright, I think I love the length that or the width that I made that. That's perfect. Let's trim it in just a little bit, and then we go around the corners too. But I don't want to go a whole lot, so I'm just going to use my ruler. We're just going to do it 1/4 of an inch. Alright, and because we have cut the corners at a weird angle, my corner rounder is not going to work, so we're just going to attempt to round it ourselves. We have our cover done. So now what I'm going to do is fussy cut all of the stuff that I showed you earlier, and I will be right back and we will start decorating this little beauty. All of the journaling cards and little folders and that kind of thing are cut out. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to put those together, and then after we do that, we will start adding them to our folio and decorating them. So on these, I just scored them on the folds. Did that on those two, and then I also did it on this one here. These two, I wanted to make them into these little pocket type things. We're going to put this here, and then we're going to put another piece here as well, and that's going to serve as our little pocket in here, and then we'll cover this top part up here. We're going to do this side first. And then let's get some glue around the outside. And now with this side, let's see, we are completely yellow right there, so we're going to trim this up here. And then we're going to put some more glue just along that overlap area. Next, I need to cover this part, and I'm going to use one of the journaling card backs. It's going to go on this way because this will open down, and we want it to be the right way up. There's that. The next thing we're going to do is back these recipe cards with a backing card. And when I did this, I wasn't sure how exact these were in shape originally, or in size originally to the original recipe cards. So when I enlarged them just a little bit more so that I could be ensured that I wouldn't end up with something that was a little too small. So we're going to glue these on here, and then we're going to trim them down. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of these up, and I will be right back. My cards are all covered. Looking pretty, looking pretty. And then I went ahead and covered the inside of the folder with this polka dot paper. We are going to score down the middle of that again. And then burnish that so we got a nice crisp fold. Okay, so my plan was on this. These cards are going to go in here, and I think what I want to do, I want to put a gusset in here so that when it's in the folio, these won't slide out. We're going to make an accordion fold. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two pieces here. So we're just going to cut those out really quick and then glue them together. And I'm not going to trim those corners. What I'm going to do is cut them off because we don't need the rounded corners. And I'm just going to trim them off of this one, and then we can use the scissors to trim the other part. I just wanted this to make it so that it was straight. So we're going to put some glue on here. Burnish that down a little bit. So I'm going to cut this in half. We're going to do a 1/2 inch. We're going to do a quarter, and then 1/2 inch. And I'm doing the 1/2 inch because that's the part that we're going to glue as a little tab to the inside of the folder. And then we're going to go over another 1/2 inch because this will be our second gusset. And then we'll do a quarter, and then another 1/2 inch. Okay, so we're gonna cut at this last 1/2 inch score, and we're gonna cut at this score that was in between the 2 1/2 inches. We're gonna fold this in on that first 1/2 inch, and then we're gonna go out on that 1/4 inch, in on that next 1/4 inch, and that has our 2 bigger pieces pointing the same way. So we have something that looks like that. It's a W. Okay, and then I just want to, if I can find a, nope, there's one right here. Okay, let's just squish that down a little bit. We are going to put some glue on these 1/2 inch tabs. And I marked a mark here so I knew about where I wanted to put it. And we're just going to put that right along the side so that the tabs, the open part of the tabs, are facing inside. Right along that edge. And then we're going to close our hooker up. And glue, make sure it's right along that edge as well. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Couldn't find my mark. All right. So we're going to get some glue on here. And I think on this one, because it's already partially closed, I'm only going to glue one side for now. Get it lined up and then glue the other side so that we're not trying to fight with the glue. I just want to smash that down for a second. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to put some glue over on this other side. Okay, so now we have a little accordion, and we're going to let this dry before we open that up, but I do want to make sure that we're not stuck together anywhere because some of the glue did leak over. Okay, we're good there. And we're good there. Okay, so we are going to let that dry, and then our cards will go in there. We are going to build a 3-tier pocket right here. So let's figure out where we want these. So I want my first one to start down here at this bottom. Just make a light pencil mark there that we can erase. And then the next one is going to be this yellow one. We line this up down here. Top of that one, and then if we do 1.5 inches on this one, okay, the reason that was important is because we're going to need to build it down this way, so I needed to know where to start this one, where to put this one, and then where to put this one. So we're going to take this pocket and we're going to put glue along the 3 edges. Two sides on the bottom. And then our next one, we're going to do the same thing. And the last one is going to get the same thing. Okay, so now we have a pocket, and a pocket, and a pocket. Okay, the part that I'm going to do next, I wasn't very smart, and I should have done this before we did the back part, but I think we'll be okay. I just have to be super careful. So I've got these rusted paper clips. And what we're going to do is we are going to embed these. I'm going to say that's about half right there. So I'm going to put a mark here. Mark here. Okay. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut gently because I only want to go through the paper layer of this, the envelope, and the next layer. I don't want to go all the way through. So I'm just going to gently cut a line. So ideally you should cut this before you put those pockets on, because then you will be able to cut all the way through the back and not have to worry about cutting through whatever you've got out here. I have a little tiny mat here. I will stick that in there. So this paper clip is going to go in through there. And what we'll do in here is we're going to take some washi tape, and it doesn't matter what kind of washi tape because you're not going to see it. And we're going to put some glue on this washi tape because washi tape is meant to be temporary. Right, and then we're going to put that over the top part of that paper clip only, because we don't want whatever we put into the pocket getting stuck on the top of that paper clip. We will glue this part back down in just a minute. Alright, our next one is of course up inside of the top pocket, so we're going to have to loosen that one up too. So I'm going to slide this down in here. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to put some washi on it. I'm going to stick one more over top of that just so it doesn't get torn up. I'm going to put some glue back down in these little tracks that were left by the tearing up of the pocket. I'm going to put another piece over this too, because that's not, I don't think that's down quite far enough. There's those, and then this will slip in there. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to make it so that you could write on the back still. Okay, so it's going to slip in there. Let's look at our folder. It should be good and dry now. Alright, so I've got all of these recipe cards that we covered the back of them. So those are going to go inside there. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so those go in there, and that makes it so that when it's on its side like this, they won't fall out. And that's important because we're going to make like a little side tuck. Okay, and I think we want the thicker one. Yeah, let's go with the thicker one. Voiceover Pam here. Sorry, I turned the camera off for a second and then forgot to turn it back on before I attached the side tuck onto the folio. So basically all I did was add some glue on the top, the long side, and the bottom, and then attach that to the left side of the folio. The next thing I need to do is I need to get these cards put together. These are our little journaling cards that are going to go in our pockets. I'm going to put some glue in this. And the smaller size works really well with these. Or not the smaller size, the medium size works really well with this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with the rest of these. And I will be right back. Journal cards are done. And this should be dry enough now. So we're going to stick this in the pocket. Should we just put one in each of these? And then this goes here. And that goes in there. And there's a little journal. I'm going to go decorate this, and then I will be right back. And here is our completed journal. I cut a label from, or fussy cut a label from all of the images and put it on there, and then attached the cover, or the flap, with some Velcro, and it has the clear ones. So I put the clear ones down here, so they wouldn't interfere with the images, because that one is partially on the image. It's right there. And then there. I didn't do anything to the cards or anything. I just left them the way they were. But inside, we have a label there. And then on our little folder, I did a little cluster there and put a little ticket on the tab. And again, all of these came from the digitals, the fussy cut digitals from Pam. This one I put a little label on the front, and And then on the inside, we had a piece of cake that I put there. And again, I didn't do anything to this, but I am going to turn this over so we at least have some color instead of just the lines. And then on the inside of this one, did a little cluster there and put that on there. And then on the back side, we did a little cluster there. This little folio is starting to feel like something pulled straight from Grandma Sally's kitchen drawer, kind of tucked between handwritten recipes, cookie crumbs, and stories that nobody ever wrote down, but everybody remembers anyway. I had so much fun layering all these vintage kitchen details together, using the beautiful Grandma Sally's Kitchen Vintage Recipe and Journal Kit by Pam over at Silver and Sparkles. It has such a warm, nostalgic feel that it practically smells like cinnamon and old cookbook pages. I hope this gave you a little inspiration to dig into your stash and create something that feels full of memories and heart. And if you had fun creating along with me today, don't forget to come back for the next video because we'll be creating even more cozy junk journal goodness together. If you enjoyed this project, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want more cozy vintage style junk journal inspiration, just click on the video on the screen to keep crafting with me. I truly appreciate you spending part of your day crafting with me and being part of this wonderfully creative little community we've built together. Your support, kindness, and encouragement mean more than you know. And as always, may your scraps be endless and your glue never dry. See you in the next one. Bye.